Okay, so today we're going to be taking a look at a CPU cooler that just downright impressed me. To be honest with you guys, I didn't think it would, but it definitely does. This is the Zalman CNPS10X Performa Black. And yes, Zalman did away with their famous copper cauliflower design here. While that design used to be all the rage several years ago, it's not so much these days, and so the fresh single tower stack we have here is a welcome change to their lineup. At the core, it has a very typical single tower design with a dense fin array and 4 double-sided direct touch heat pipes to form the base. It also has a nice matte black finish with a 140mm all black fan to match. And what makes this design even more favorable is the fact that they opted for an offset heat pipe design to ensure memory compatibility will be a non-issue regardless of your kit. Now, while I'll talk more about this in a minute, there are apparent reasons why this cooler has impressed me over several others that I've tested out to date. And it all starts with its size. The Hyper 212 Black Edition, along with coolers such as like the Vitra V5 and Arctic Freezer 34 Esports and Esports Duo, opt for a thinner overall unit. While the heights of those coolers match the CNPS10X Performa Black for the most part, their widths don't. In fact, the CNPS10X Performa Black is just about 15mm wider than the coolers I just mentioned. So what's nice is that since it's about the same height as the others, case compatibility won't be negatively impacted due to the larger design. And since it is larger and it still has a dense fin array, we should see some great benefits in cooling performance as well. But before that, we do need to get this thing installed, and installation is a cakewalk on both AMD and Intel platforms, with compatibility being awesome as it can be used with basically all modern Intel or AMD sockets. Check out the link to the product page down below if you need to confirm it'll work with your system. Now, installation across all platforms is going to start with the included backplate, unless you are attaching it to the LGA 2066, 2011, or 2011 V3 sockets. In those cases, you're going to follow the same exact steps I'm about to mention, but you will be screwing it into the current mounting system instead. Now, the backplate is going to be multi-use, so you'll use it for both Intel and AMD sockets. So grab that along with the mounting nuts, side caps, as well as loading block for the platform you'll be attaching it to. Attach the nuts and clips to the backplate in accordance to the socket you'll be using, and then install the loading block in the center of the backplate as well. Now, if you're on the AMD platform, you'll need to remove the black retainers and stock backplate, and then align the new backplate with the holes on the back of the motherboard. With the washers up against the motherboard, screw in the appropriate standoffs to attach the backplate to the motherboard, and then go ahead and attach the mounting retainers to those standoffs. All that's left is going to be to apply a little bit of thermal paste to your CPU, mount the cooler to your board with the 2 tension screws that are included, and then go ahead and reattach as well as plug in your cooler's fan. A couple notes here. First of all, installation is great overall. Everything that is included for the installation is great quality, except the side caps, which are made of plastic, and that worried me at first. Luckily, after installing and uninstalling and reinstalling this cooler several times for my testing, I had no issue with these side caps, and I no longer find this a concern. Second of all, and this is definitely something I would like to see Zalman work on and to fix as soon as possible, and that has to do with the clearance when screwing down the cooler. So if you have a bit of a chunky screwdriver, you will probably have trouble attaching the unit to the mounting brackets. I luckily have a long neck screwdriver that I got from a Be Quiet cooler, which really makes this cooler's installation super easy. If Zalman goes ahead and throws one of these screwdrivers into the box, this issue will be non-existent going forward. But unfortunately, until that actually happens, it's going to be a slight hiccup for some of you guys who don't have a long necked screwdriver, which I actually find worth it for this cooler due to its performance. And this is where the extra thickness of this cooler, as well as the 140mm fan, really shine. So this cooler's performance, both cooling and noise, is absolutely outstanding across the board. The loudest this cooler gets is 37 decibels on my open air test bench, and I can tell you right now that is super quiet. I sit about 2 feet from my open air test bench when I'm testing my coolers out, and I had no issues with its output at all. And to be honest with you guys, I'm super sensitive when it comes to noise output. If we went ahead and threw this into a case, you probably wouldn't even hear this cooler at all, even if the cooler was running at full speed. What makes it even better is that the cooling performance is equally impressive across the entire noise profile that I tested. While noise normalized to 35 decibels, it leads the pack in my 125 watt heat load tests, and this trend follows suit at 36 and 37 decibels as well. This is why I'm immensely impressed with this unit. Not only is it easy to install and it's quiet, but it's also topping even the Arctic Freezer 34 Esports Duo, which has been a top budget performer since I started testing out coolers over a year ago. And so for me, there's not really much more you can even ask for at this price point, which now that I think about it, I don't even think I mentioned in this video yet. It's $44.99. That's what it's going for on Amazon right now. And I did speak with Zalman. They said they are working on adding a white version to the lineup. So if you're interested in getting a white white version of this to match your white aesthetically themed PC. They will be releasing a white one eventually, so keep your eyes out for that. Now go ahead and check out this video right here where I rapid fire whether or not I recommend some other budget CPU coolers under $50. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.